Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Wednesday, January 6, 2021. And today, what I want to do is show you one of the bias alerts that is showing up within our bias alerts today for the S&P. So let me come in here and filter this down so we can get to the one that I want to show you. There's a whole long list of them that are available today, but this one has a high likelihood of triggering, so I wanted to show it to you specifically. And it is based upon having 5 consecutive filled gaps. So on daily time frames, the gap has filled 5 sessions in a row. And before I hop into this, just a little overview, what bias alerts are. Within the Discover platform, we put these alerts in here to give you ideas to look at on a daily basis of things that are either statistically significant or noteworthy that you might be aware of. And they can often be things that you can turn into your own strategies if you want to kind of dig into them. Otherwise, they can just kind of give you an idea of what might be a directional edge for the day. So we've got a bunch of them in here, but this one is potentially in play if we open within yesterday's range when we open up this morning. So let me go ahead and load it. We'll take a look at it inside Discover. So again, this pattern is based upon opening within the prior day range after 5 consecutive filled gaps. So that's a market that is filling gaps regularly and is opening again within the prior day range. This is just a simple technical pattern with a lot of samples historically and a general bias to the long side when it has happened. You can see the overall samples here, over 300 samples, about a 59% win rate here for the S&P, and average winner about or a little bit larger than the average loss, and that's what gets you that nice steady equity curve to the upside. This is based upon entering the market long at the open of regular trading hours and exiting at the close of regular trading hours. So just a simple pattern. But what I want to do now is just go ahead and add a little bit more context to around it so we can make it a little bit more like today's conditions with above a 10 and above a 200 as well. And I'll go ahead and add these other instruments to it while we're here. We'll add the NASDAQ, the Dow, and the Russell, then click View Results. And here we go. So these are the results of going long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at the close 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. When you open within the prior day range, following 5 consecutive filled gaps, and you are above a 10 and above a 200-day simple moving average. So a bullish market environment. You can see we still have very healthy sample sizes after adding those market conditions with above a 10 and above a 200 on there. We're still close to 200 samples in the S&P. We've got over 200 in the NASDAQ, 161 in the Dow, and 255 in the Russell. So very healthy sample sizes. Win rates on all of these still coming in pretty favored across the board. You've got the S&P getting a little bit stronger on the win rate, almost 60% here now. NASDAQ 58%, the Dow 58%, and the Russell about 55% on that one. Looking at the average win bigger than the average loss here in the S&P. That's also true in the NASDAQ. The Dow average loss a little bit larger than the average win, and that is the same for the Russell. So they're split there on average win and average loss to have larger average wins, to have larger average losses. But all 4 of them have win rates that are more favorable, with the S&P being the strongest at close to 60%. So this was an interesting pattern to me showing up in the bias alerts. And again, those show up on a day-to-day basis depending on what is in play for the current session. So hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today, and we will see you next time.